Well, what an absolute farce this is, because I rise to speak against this bill and whatever dodgy deal has been done where Labor has capitulated to the Greens political party yet again. We're seeing the standard of Labor's parliamentary process where they promise the world, then rush a backroom deal and try to ram through legislation without consultation. What was the promise to the Greens political party from this Labor government, a government that obviously struggles to keep its word? And on the 15th of May 2023, the Environment Minister, Plibersek, told RN Breakfast, "I'm proposing to release those exposure drafts in the second half of this year so people will be able to comment on the proposed changes that we're making." That was the Environment Minister. What a joke that is, because here we are with absolutely no consultation. In fact, the ink is not dry on these amendments that we're looking at now. Where were these exposure drafts? Where can people comment on these changes? Well, they miss out on that, thanks to yet another dodgy deal through the back room. I remember the days when the Greens believed in transparency and good government. What a happy memory that is. Has anyone had the chance to review this legislation? Or has Labor only bothered to consult the people who are the most out of touch with Australians, the Australian Greens political party? This pattern should not be a revelation, though, to the Australian public, as it's become apparent that the Albanese Labor government is desperate to protect their own political careers by trying to buy Greens votes in Melbourne and Sydney. And surely it is only a coincidence that there was a swing to the Greens at the last election in Minister Plibersek's electorate. But what about the rest of her other Labor colleagues? Have any other Labor members from Western Australia or the Northern Territory faced up to their constituents and had to tell them that Minister Plibersek is trying to save her own political career by pandering to Greens votes in inner-city Sydney, that Labor are abandoning the gas and manufacturing industries to save their own necks? What about Labor Premier Roger Cook, who recently had to come out and try and defend the gas industry, saying, "No one will thank us if we don't have enough gas"? Is Premier Cook aware of the dirty, dodgy backroom deals being done between his federal colleagues and the Greens political party that puts his state budget in the firing line? So any claim from this Greens-Labor government that they support the gas industry is undermined by their continual capitulation to the Greens political party. Safeguards amendment, funding the EDO, the anti-gas middle arm inquiry, not to mention housing deals in the Murray-Darling Basin, and now this rushed backroom deal to target gas supply. Because this Greens political party is pulling the strings of the Labor Party as if they're already in government together. But even without this dodgy deal, this rush deal, this legislation is another example of Labor putting their inner-city Greens fantasies ahead of the realities of life for hard-working Australians, especially land managers like farmers and graziers. Labor has consistently attacked and undermined farmers, removing property rights, legislating away farmers' water rights, removing markets, stalling necessary road infrastructure, removing the ability to fish. And now this government-sponsored carbon frenzy means projects are being waved through by local councils with just the bare minimum of regulatory scrutiny. But this is an absolute travesty to have these amendments come into this place with no consultation of industry, no consultation of members, elected representatives of those communities, with no consultation of even environment groups. When I have flicked through the amendments, because I've only recently got them, there are questions that we will drive a truck through tonight. This is not the way we make legislation. This kind of rushed, poorly drafted amendments to get a deal through so that the Greens would support this, the nature repair bill, which they've already said they didn't agree with, that it was a dog of legislation. But Australians are going to live with a dog and the fleas that sit on its back thanks to these terrible amendments through the EPBC.
Senator